Help support Friendo Club by going to patreon.com/Steven Larson or clicking join at youtube.com/Steven Larson. Access to bonus episodes, question threads for the Going In Raw podcast, and entry to our monthly wrestling predictions challenges. Join the Friendo Club today. Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome to Star Ratings for WWE Elimination Chamber. Larson, what day is it?
Sunday.
The date.
February 25th. I'm still moving a little slowly because of what, staying up super late. Was it Saturday morning? Gosh, I can't even talk.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I hope you're well rested because we're about to drop our star. Regardless, we're about to drop our star ratings. But like, if you want to wait for those other guys' star ratings, you got to wait until March. You got to wait until next month because if I'm not mistaken,
I didn't even gather the point you were trying to make. Now I understand.
If I'm not mistaken, March 1st is Friday, and that's when those other guys are going to drop their star ratings. Us here at Friendo Club Wrestling, we're next day. Okay.
I can't confirm March 1st is Friday. You have to wait till next month to get the ratings from those other guys.
Mam's got her dentist appointment. That's why I know March 1st is a Friday because it's on Friday. So anyways, we're going to drop ours. As you know, as far as I'm concerned, quality, who cares? Timeliness is what matters. Expediency. Exactly. So let's go ahead and get these done so I can go get my Mickey D's breakfast.
Oh, you're getting McGriddle today, huh?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, if you're not going to get a McGriddle, why go to McDonald's?
That's a debate for another day.
No, it's not. It's a debate for now because there's no debate. You go there, you get your McGriddle.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Let's go ahead and dive into our star ratings.
Yeah, let's start off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Steve, what is your star rating for the Women's Elimination Chamber match?
Thought it was a great match. Thought it was a lot of fun. Thought a lot of good spots going on. I thought Bianca and Tiffany both had stellar performances, and I liked the finish. I went 4.25 on the Women's Chamber match. Thought it was thought it was match of the night or the morning, depending on what the situation was.
Yeah, where you were in the world. So I'm going to give an overall caveat for all my star ratings here. I thought the card, by and large, was – because I don't want to repeat myself every time. So I'm just going to do this now.
Okay.
So I thought every match, all 4 matches on the main card were all pretty good.
Yeah.
But I thought all of them, to varying degrees, kind of suffered from a lack of drama. Going into these matches, we are all pretty sure, like doing the predictions, I could have just as easily given Becky 4 confidence points to win this as I did Rhea give 4 confidence points to win her match. And again, to varying degrees, I don't know if these matches necessarily did enough to offer enough twists and turns in terms of leading to a logical conclusion in terms of who is going to win to add drama to these bouts. For example, the main event was booked to get maximum amount of babyface heat on Rhea at the end. You could see how these matches were constructed, and it wasn't necessarily a lot of them to heighten the drama. I thought the one that came closest is probably the tag match. We'll get to more there. I gave the women's, it's a roundabout way, I gave the women's chamber match 4 stars. I thought it was the match of the night. I thought it did more in terms of interweaving stories and building stories coming out of it, probably than the men's match did. In terms of creative moments, creative spots, I thought the women's chamber match was great. You mentioned Tiffany and Bianca, giving plenty of opportunities to showcase what they can do, and absolutely a star-making performance in her main roster pay-per-view debut for Tiffany Stratton. When I say these matches were predictable, it's not necessarily a knock on them. It's a follow-through on logical storytelling. The story piece they laid out in advance led to this outcome, and that's not the issue. It's like I knew Becky was going to win the women's chamber match. I wish there was more spots during the course of the actual match that put that outcome, at least a bit in my mind, in doubt.
Yeah, that should be the thing. That was going to be my point. Is when you know what the outcome is most likely going to be from a storyline perspective, the match needs to do its best to sow those seeds of doubt.
Yes.
And that is one area where I think pretty much across the board, well, with the exception of the men's tag match, it was lacking. So yeah, I agree with that, which is why 4.25. If there was like a surprise outcome or there was like some sort of shocking shocking outcome that made sense.
Yes.
I probably would have given it more because I'm like, oh man, that's really interesting. So yeah, pretty much everything else from here on out goes downwards.
Yeah,
in terms of the star rating.
Let's move on to the men's tag match, Steve. I know we've both been mentioning that so far. The match that probably did the best in terms of sowing seeds of doubt in terms of who the winner was going to be. Although that being said, it wasn't like I was on the edge of my seat awaiting the possibility that New Catch Republic was going to get the win here. The outcome, I thought, was always pretty certain. Judgment Day was going to win. But the twists and turns involved in getting to that, I thought, was pretty well laid out. You can't quibble with the quality of the wrestling. You can maybe quibble with the name for Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates' tag team right now, but as far as performers, they're top-notch. Same with Finn, Damian Priest. Really fun match. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was really good, but I don't know if really elevated above really good.
I gave it 4 because I did think it was like, when it's one of those matches, just, oh my God, this is just a killer match. This is kind of awesome. Plus, and I know you and I differ on this, I liked Pete Dunne eating the pin in this. I think that it adds a bit more intrigue and drama to like their tag team and their dynamic, as opposed to just, there's a foregone conclusion, but then there's like the foregone conclusion of even who's going to eat the pin.
Yeah.
And when you buck that convention, at least if that's all you can do. And I do think this match had me guessing towards the finish. Okay, wait a second. Is New Catch Republic, are they going to win this? Is there's that possibility? Because I do think that Judgment Day, while yes, I do think that at this point it seems like the Awesome Truth is going to beat them for the tag titles. That's by no means, completely a foregone conclusion. I don't think that is set in stone. I don't know how they're going to get these tag titles off Judgment Day. Are they going to keep them until they split them? I don't know. And so there is some ambiguity around their tag title reign, which is why in this match, I thought, okay, I don't think it's going to happen, but these guys are about to drop, so-and-so with a double Birminghammer. They dropped somebody with a double Tyler Driver.
Yeah.
So I thought that along the way, they did enough to sow plenty of doubt. Plus, the match itself was really good. Plus, the guy who you didn't think was going to eat the pin, ate the pin, setting up some potential drama within the tag team itself, which is why I went as high as 4 stars.
Very well. Next up.
Next match.
Men's chamber match. Steve, what'd you give the men's chamber match?
I gave this 3.5 stars. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. I thought us joking about the AJ Styles mist was entertaining because the idea of AJ showing up for a Perth, Australia run-in was pretty funny. And I thought Logan Paul was a highlight. I thought that, the world kind of to a degree revolving around him, as he's doing the marker stuff, as he's got a microphone for his own social media stuff, I thought was pretty good. Drawing devil horns, he had the marker. I thought it was all very entertaining. I don't think there was a ton of drama to it, but it was a very good, entertaining WWE Elimination Chamber match. We got the spots that we usually get. We got the spear through the pod a couple times. Mm-hmm. We had, I think maybe I forget if somebody did a dive off the top of one of the pods.
Yeah, Logan Paul did a splash off the top.
Okay, there you go. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's right. He did that on Drew McIntyre. I remember that now. Thought it was a totally fine match. The finish made sense, even if it was a tad on the predictable side. Again, Logan Paul was the standout in this match. I thought he made it really entertaining. So yeah, I get 3.5. Thought it was just fine.
Yeah, I gave it 3.5 as well, and I, it speaks to not the quality of the match because I thought you can't quibble with the actual wrestling in the bout, but in terms of the storylines being told. That the thing that we are going to remember most about this match perhaps is the AJ Styles missed joke as opposed to anything that actually pertained to what happened during the match.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a byproduct of the circumstances by which we watched the match, and by that I mean at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
operating on a couple hours sleep. That being said, outcome was never really in doubt. We said in our predictions in terms of if we were going to power rank who was most likely to win. You had Drew McIntyre on top, a massive gulf, and then everybody else. Yeah. And really nothing during the course of this match put the outcome in doubt at any real point. They did set up potentially either Orton versus Logan Paul for Mania or some sort of multi-man stipulation gimmick match for that U.S. title. Otherwise, it was enjoyable, but I don't think it ever really transcended above good, enjoyable match. 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
Lastly, main event for the WWE Women's Championship. You got Rhea Ripley defending against Nia Jax. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about this one, Steve.
I gave it the same score as the men's chamber match. I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought that Nia Jax has been sort of outperforming her expectations during this last run, or during this most recent run. I thought that the again when you deal with was the match outcome ever in doubt, and in this case, like we literally had our channel points prediction bet. How was Rhea Ripley going to win this match? And so that scale was completely one-sided. I thought they told a good story, a really solid story. I thought the match was pretty smooth. Everybody did what they should have done. It was a physical match. They got Nia Jax sort of in this Vader role right now, which I think is pretty great. And yeah, I thought it was just a straight up good bout. I just think that, it lacked, because the outcome was so overwhelmingly, a foregone conclusion. It did sort of lack that drama, and at no point did I ever think, oh, this could go a different way. Yep. This could shift a different way. That being said, they put on a fine match, and so I gave it 3.5 stars.
Exact same score for me, 3.5 stars. You could easily make the case that this was Nia Jax's best match she's had in WWE, at least since she's come back, if not during her tenure in WWE overall. She was doing some new stuff, stretch muffler, that half crab with the knee right in Rhea's back. There was some good stuff there.
Both of them were busting out some new stuff.
Yeah, Rhea was busting out some new stuff too. And again, there's not really anything you can quibble about as far as the quality of the wrestling. It's just, is the drama there? And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. That's why I prefaced all my ratings with saying the card overall suffered from a lack of drama. This match was really no different. It was an awesome moment, obviously, for Rhea making her entrance there in Australia, getting the win in front of her family, in the main event, no less. And the spectacle of seeing her celebrating with her family and that huge crowd with all the pyro going off is awesome.
Yeah.
And they're obviously setting up Rhea to be a huge star, one of the faces of the company going forward. And this match and this show did a lot, I think, for that. But, the match itself, really good, just lacking a bit of drama, right with you, 3.5 stars.
Well, there you go. Well, I want to know what the friendos think about what their star ratings are, because, hey, we're dropping these, but to them, we could be those other guys. So let us know what you guys thought about Elimination Chamber via your star ratings in the comments below. And be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, head over to the podcast channel, youtube.com/Stephen Larson. Hit the subscribe button over there too. We got a podcast we do. Hey, this is YouTube. Maybe some people are new here and they're like, well, these guys have a whole podcast. Yeah, we got a whole podcast over at youtube.com/Stephen Larson. So be sure to go subscribe over there and check out our podcast. We have our whole Elimination Chamber review up now.
Yeah.
You can also watch us get a little bit loopy on our Elimination Chamber watch along.
A whole lot of loopy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still not recovered from it, to be honest. I didn't get to sleep at all until 9:30 last night, Steve.
What I say the other day, it takes days to recover from pretty much anything once you're in your 40s.
Yes,
so anyways,
days. And
it's
this
is
day 2, I guess, really.
Yeah.
Expect 2 more days, but just in time. Maybe I'll be recovered just in time for us to play basketball on Tuesday, Steve.
Oh, is it going to rain on Tuesday or no? Oh, nice. Time to get out the compression pants.
Yeah, you got that advantage. I don't have compression pants.
Maybe I'll get you some.
But then I don't. That's your gimmick. I don't want to take your gimmick. I don't want to infringe on your gimmick.
Not a gimmick. It's an enhancer, maybe. You know, hey, if it.
I got to find my own performance enhancer then.
Oh wow, pills. Okay, great.
I didn't
Anyways,
say that.
That's going to do it for the show as Larson goes on the hunt for some steroids.
No,
I'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.